Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you out there, beautiful souls, and I hope you were able, like to get out in nature somewhere, take a hike, or no, you could stay. It's okay. No, I don't mean to go anywhere. Of course not. Get out in nature, take a hike kind of thing. I really do love you. I would never tell you to get away, or go take a hike like that. No, I love you too much. I really just love you so much. It's so important that you do get out in nature somewhere. If you live in a city, run! Run as fast as you can, but make sure you're looking, when you're going across the street. I don't want you to get hurt or anything. But really, if you live in a city, you really need to get out. You need to get out of that city. You need to go find some trees, a stream of water, and I do understand that some of you, that could be watching my videos because I was there before a long time ago, is some of you might not have a car. You know, you'd be like, but Starlight, I don't even have a car. I like to hike, but I'm kind of stuck right now. I understand. I've been there, but, I also know that a lot of times, even though you live in a city, depending on what kind of a city you live into, there's areas that might have a park, and a lot of places have parks. If you can't really get out anywhere at a hike and trail, go find a park. Or there's sometimes little trails in your area that you can go and find some water. There's got to be water somewhere. Starlight loves to get near a stream of water, a lake. Um, I like ponds, depending on, but I love the water. I'm a water girl here, even though I'm an earth sign. I love water, you know. I'm like a fish out of water right now. So anyway, even I understand some of you, might have health issues where you can't go take a hike like where Starlight went today. I was in the middle of the forest where the bears are. So did Starlight see a bear today? No, but I believe I found bear poopy. So was I afraid? No, I wasn't afraid. I love the bears. I wanted to give them a bear hug, you know. So anyway, also, like I understand some of you can't get out, like I said, is with your health and stuff, is that, go and find a park, I do see people struggle in my area that, they have a hard time getting around, like with their legs and stuff because of their health. They, who knows what happened. I seen an older gentleman a while back, and I felt really bad for him because I was really concerned about, how he was going to make it back to his car because he went a long distance, and he had, a couple like crutches with him, and his legs, you could tell he was having a really hard time, and I forgot. I wanted to talk to the park people, because there's a beautiful man out at this park, and say, is it possible, that you can have a bench down here, because some people really struggle, and they do. They try really hard to get somewhere. And it could be, like an emergency, like thing for them because what if they can't make it back? They might have got all the way out, somewhere and there's nowhere to rest, and sit and take a break. So if you do have health issues and you want to, that it's a good thing to get out and take a walk somewhere, is to be really thoughtful ahead of time, like how far to walk, because you got to walk back. And if they don't have a bench, that could be really risky for you. So I do love you. I just want to make sure you're taking really good care of yourselves because it is really important. It's about self-love. And I have a special friend out there somewhere out in this world. I don't know where he lives yet. I have not found that out yet. But he really helped me out understanding that I wasn't loving myself like I thought. I thought I did, but then the reality is that I wasn't loving myself like I should have been. So that's why I'm always here all the time, making sure you get out in nature. Love, that's a part of self-love. Get out with Mother Gaia, planet Earth. And anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. You are definitely welcome here. Starlight's not going to push you away. She doesn't care what skin color, you could be brown, purple, orange, green. Starlight loves all the colors, and I do. I love all the colors. I only speak English, though. you know, so hopefully you know English, because this is the only language I know. So anybody from, other countries, I love you too. I do. I want to send love out to all of you out there. And I do. I am bubbling over with love right now. I do. I've had an awesome day. So much love from the moment I got up and when I headed out, it's been a beautiful day. So anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, I really want you to, you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. And, if you want to see a change in the world, you can give this video a thumbs up. That way you can help me to help other people, so, I can help them so they can be that change that you guys and girls want to see in the world. So if you like these videos, you're going to help me to make that change by getting these videos sent out. And I thank all of you. And I did make a little boo-boo, and I'm sorry, is that you are supporting Starlight. And I said that I had one person out there, and, I have to take that back. Yes, I do have one out there, but what I meant is that he's a YouTuber, and he has a YouTube channel, and he has been inspiring me all the time. So I thank him, but I also thank you too. I thank all of you. So thank you for taking the time to watch my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I am nothing without all of you. So I just wanted to correct that, I'm that type of chick out here, Starlight. If she messes up, she's going to admit to it. She has no problem. You think it's easy? It's not easy, but I am sorry. So I please forgive Starlight for not thinking of you. So anyway, so please give my videos a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can I can ring the notification bell, but you can push the notification button. So I have a lot of subscribers on my YouTube channel, like 60-something. I've already subscribed to 60-something people. Sometimes I just watched one video because they helped me out, and I subscribed. Because I want to help them out, and it really does. It helps all of us YouTubers out, and if you are a YouTuber, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So anyway, besides subscribing to my YouTube channel and liking it, you can share your, like my video anywhere. I'm giving you permission. Plus, I want to let you know subscribing doesn't cost you a thing. So don't worry. You don't keep your wallet. You don't have to take any money out to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's absolutely free, because I thought it cost money to do that too before. And I'm like, okay, we're going to push a button. And, I'm like, wait a minute, they can't take any money unless they ask for my credit card or debit card anyway. So it's absolutely free. And you can share, and that's absolutely free. So you could share, with your family, your kids, your mom or dad, or any of your friends, your cat, your dog, your goat. You got a goat? Yeah, you can let your goat watch my videos. Never know what your goat is going to learn. So anyway, you could share it with anybody, and those animals are lovely. I love all of them. There's not an animal that Starlight doesn't love. You know, you said a frog. Yeah, I love frogs. You know, ribbit. So anyway, snakes. Yeah, snakes too. You know, I love snakes. I used to chase them around everywhere. So anyway, you can also send me a message down below this video, ding, ding, ding. And you can follow me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So now, as you see, I have a different background. At the last second, I'm like, you know what? I need to switch. This is all my artwork. I'm just going to move on the side a little bit, but there's all my artwork. That is stuff, and my art picture back there that I did. It's splatter paint, you know. Starlight just had fun with the colors. Ding. Just like, that's how, you know, really, if I was going to, you know, the 5D, you know, that's the fifth dimension. Believe me, you want to see Starlight, you know, decorate. I did this on a bike trail before. Shh, don't tell anybody. I started spray painting everything. It looked beautiful. So anyway, I do love you, and now, tonight is a different, I just was going cuckoo today on, you know, I had so many titles lately and different topics that I wanted to talk to you about, and I made a video, a hiking video today. I do want to get that out as soon as possible, because I'm actually having fun with the new editing, so I hope you really enjoy what I'm learning to do right now. So I want to learn other things now. My imagination is going crazy, in a good way, though. You know, so I hope you enjoy. And so tonight is about, if, sorry about that, is if you could have three, that powerful number, three wishes, you know, like the genie in a bottle and a lantern there. You know, if you could have three wishes, you know, have you ever had anybody ask you that? You know, I have. I've had a family member long time ago ask me if you could make three wishes. You know, what would those three wishes be? He was testing me. I didn't know. You know, like I love him so much. I have not seen him in a long time, but you know, we always had strange conversations, but this is one that came up. Is you know, the beautiful gold genie, but the lantern, I mean, and that you rub it, and once you rub it, you know, this genie comes out, and the genie comes out. You know, he's been sleeping the whole time inside of his lantern. And it's kind of funny now that I think of that, as I grew up watching I Dream of Jeannie, and she was in a beautiful bottle, and she had a master, and you know, where she actually had her own little, she stayed inside the bottle, and she would come out, and you know, it was a beautiful show. I grew up with watching I Dream of Jeannie. She's a beautiful lady. So, but yeah, if you ever watched I Dream of Jeannie, it's a great show. So, but this is a genie in a lantern, and when he comes out, a lot of smoke will come out of the lantern, and he will, like, you just woke him up from this sleep, and he will ask you, you know, he'll say, your wish is my command, you know, so, and then he will let you know that you can make three wishes. That's all you can make, is three wishes. So, you got to really think really hard. What would those three wishes? You got to be careful. What kind of wishes are you, you know, wanting in the world? You know, sometimes we want things, you know, we're like, my, I would love to have this. But maybe it's not a good thing for you, particular. Maybe that thing wouldn't be good for you, but maybe for you it would be, or maybe for you, you know, it could be good for that guy or that girl or whoever, but maybe for you that's not the right thing, you know. you might be dangerous, having that. So it is really important, to know what you desire in life. What can you handle? Not everybody. I heard this not too long ago in Starlight. I don't believe I would have this problem. I am abundant, but like if it is here. All is well is that I've said this all I might have said this like I don't know how many times in one day. It's all is well is a really good I think they call it a mantra to say. So I have is like say if I and I have done this, like go do the lotto or whatever. I'm not a gambler at all, but I do go and do that once in a while here and there, when I feel like, hey, maybe today is my lucky day. But I don't get carried away, So I do know some people in my past that were gamblers, or they still are, And so there are some people that have a gambling addiction. So it is, it can really grab people in a wrong way, and a gambling addiction is a disease, and it's sad. It really is. I have gone to casinos many times, like I went with somebody that had the gambling addiction, and it's a sad place to go, really, and it's a very bad energy in the casinos. If you've been there, you've been there, you know what I'm talking about, right? And they even let I don't know if it's cigars or cigarettes or both. I believe it was both at the places that I've gone. So I have gone, all the way to Florida. Why did I go to Florida? Is really the reason because there was a casino out there, and not that it was me. I was just going for the ride, and I think it's starting to sprinkle out there. Sorry about that. So, would it be the greatest thing for that person just to win the big lotto? Might not, that might not be the greatest thing, for that person to win the lotto. That could actually ruin that person, So, like, if a genie did come out of the bottle, what would the big three wishes would you desire to have in your life? You know, I know some of you might be saying, oh, I would love to be loved, like have a relationship. That's awesome. Love is a great, a beautiful thing. And that's one of the things Starlight, you know, wishes, but that's not, I got something for you about my wish for this genie thing. Um, so love, but, you know, sometimes people want to be loved, but are you, like, do you think you're worthy of love? Of course you are. Of course you are. Some people, this has happened to me many times in my life where, my love was so much, it was too much for that person. They couldn't handle the love that I had, and that does happen to some people that the love is too much, too great, that they can't handle it. So sometimes that happens with people is because they don't feel like they are worthy enough, or that they are the type of person that wouldn't respect that kind of love, and they would ruin it somehow or another. They would just not do the right thing to keep it, you know. So some of you might be saying, health, your health, that is a great wish. Not everybody has excellent health. Some of you might be suffering with different things in your life right now as I speak. I do know a lot of people with disabilities, and, that have to, some of them don't really have to, but it's a mindset, and, where they do go out and, I believe it's called SSI, Social Security, or one of those things, to get money from the government so they can have money, and are they rich? Absolutely not. They barely get enough money to survive on, and then a lot of times they have to go to DSS, social services, to get extra money, like food stamps and medical help, like Medicaid or whatever, Fidelis, so then they can go to the doctors and get the kind of care that they need, you know. So ask, like, wanting to be healthy is a great kind of wish. Some people might say, you know what, I have lots of money. Money's not an issue for me. I really don't want money. I got so much money right now, I don't even know what to do with. You know, so money is not always the answer for some people. You know, so there's some people, they might want to travel around the world. They might have money, but they don't have enough money, where they can travel around the world and go, to different countries and go, like I can't name any of it really. I know like different places that I would love to go is like Egypt. That's my whole life, once I found out. And I don't even know where. I think when I was homeschooling my kids, because I don't believe I learned anything about Egypt when I went to school, so I learned when I was homeschooling my kids about Egypt, and I was like, wow. I was trying to figure out about the pyramids and what I was reading in the books at the library. It wasn't at the school, and I just was stuck on this Egypt stuff, It was like, and I watched a lot of stuff on the TV about Egypt, and I've always had a curiosity about India. I've always had this like I've been drawn to like Indian people, all kinds of Indian people. It's so weird. So anyway, you might have different places that you want to go in the world, like to travel. There's so many things out there. Oh, I heard you. You're like me. That's exactly, this is part of this whole thing with my YouTube channel. Peace on earth. Wow. What a great wish. Who wouldn't want peace in this world? Really, this is what this is the part of my YouTube channel, is because I got grandkids. I got kids, of course. I got kids that have kids, and I'm a grandmommy. People were shocked when I was really young, when I was a grandma at first. Wow, you're a grandma? Yeah, I'm a grandma. Believe me, I was young. People are like, no way. Of course, when I never really knew my grandmother until around the time that she passed away, you know. The grandmother that I thought was a grandmother, she did look like a grandma, and they were not my grandparents, so things have definitely changed, people that are grandmas these days, you wouldn't even think, you think that grandmas have, wrinkles and gray hair, but that's not the case anymore. So this is what my YouTube channel is all about, is helping not just my kids, but if you have kids and you and it's about your kids and my kids. It's not just about my grandkids. It's also about your grandkids and your grandkids and your grandkids. This is about my YouTube channel. It's about the future of the grandkids and their families and their families and families and families. That's what my YouTube channel is about. It's not about Starlight. My life is half over. A couple of years half over. My birthday, actually tomorrow is the month of August starts. I made it through, this is like, I get so excited when I start to hit the first day of August, and tomorrow's a super full moon, so Starlight is all excited about that. So anyway, congratulations for all of you that, like the different things that you selected on your 3 wishes. And, the person I'm going to share funny with you is, what's Starlight's wish? This is a joke, but really it's kind of funny. So if anybody asks you, you can use this, because I'm using it from somebody else. Is so if a genie came out, and asked Starlight, what's your 3 wishes? Really, I really all I need is 1 wish. 1? I could have 3, but 1? Yeah, I wish I could have unlimited wishes. It's too funny. Now I have all this stuff. But anyway, I'm being funny about this whole genie thing. But the reason why I wanted to bring up the genie thing with the lantern is a lot of us, I really was not like this, because I went to church a long time ago, and yes, I am a Christian. I am born again. I am saved, saved by the blood of Jesus. And so anyway, I've been saved since 95, and I don't go to church, absolutely not. And, now I'm going through a spiritual, learning about spirituality. This is, you know, really where I want to be, and I'm excited of what I'm going to learn next. But what I learned in church a long time ago, this is where a lot of people miss out in the world. When it comes to God, the universe, same thing. Some people get offended if I use the word universe, but I'm going to use, God, universe, same thing. I am God. You are God. We're all gods. We're all kings and queens. We got to take our power back. Get our throne, get our crown. I got a king out there. I want to get hooked up, not hooked up, but I, want to meet him. Um, so anyway, we are all kings and queens. There's power in the blood. I learned that when I was going to church. But, when I was going to church, what I was learning, a lot of times with Christians, or even anybody, really goes to anybody, is a lot of times that like what I was learning in church was a lot of people, in the world, a lot are, when they go to God, a lot of times they don't even have a relationship with God. They don't go to church, and it's not that you have to go to church either, so I don't want you to think that you have to go to church to be a Christian. Absolutely not, so, because I have Jesus inside of me, so he's inside of me, you know, so I have the ability to do what, like Jesus. I'm God's daughter, you know, I'm one of his children. So I'm like my father, my heavenly father. So with me being my heavenly father, there's power in my blood. So I do have power, but through our whole life, whether you realize this or not, they've been taking your power away. They've been taking my power away, and I didn't know it. I did not know it. My whole life I didn't know it, that they've been taking my power away, by keeping me belittled, using, keeping me at a low frequency, like the 3D frequency, which is the fear frequency, a fear vibration, and there's a higher vibration as the 5D, the fifth dimension, which you can rise to a higher, like that shelf there, a higher, frequency instead of a lower fear, always being afraid, always being afraid of what's going to happen tomorrow. Are you afraid of tomorrow? You are. Yeah. Yeah, you're afraid of what's going to happen tomorrow. Like tomorrow's that's a lot of times the first of the month. A lot of people in the world, in my area, is, in the United States, I have to say, they get excited when the first beginning of the month goes, because they are living off the government money, either, Social Security, SSI, or DSS, Social Services, where they're getting money off of the government. So they get all excited because they ran out of money already. All their money is gone, They had to scrape collecting pennies at the end of the month. Believe me, I know tons of people. I used to be there. I know what it's like walking around on the streets looking for pennies. Where you can get them? Go to the gas stations, go to the laundromats, go to the banks, at the drive-through area, where people are always dropping their money. Go to the car wash. That's where you can find some money, because people drop change and they never pick it up. They have so much money that, or the stores, near the cash registers and all that stuff, people drop change there. I know where to find the money. So, it is kind of funny, is that's what Starlight used to do, is go around collecting her pennies to see if I can get one more dollar bill, to go out and maybe get some toilet paper. Some of you might be, going through this right now. You're at the end of the month waiting for tomorrow to come. Because at the end of the month, it's really hard for a lot of people out in the world. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, is that this is what they've done to us, where, you feel like you're not worthy enough to ever have anything, and there's people, that are disabled, and they can't really seriously go out to work. there's no way they can go out, to actually go out to work. They're really disabled. They might have been born that way. Like I know a lot of people out there. I used to work for handicapped people. I loved them so much. I really did. But really, a lot of times what happens is people ask God for things, and they don't even care about God. You know, they treat him like a genie in a bottle and a lantern. That's exactly what they do. They rub that lantern, and the genie comes out like it's God. And, they weren't doing nothing with God. And then bad things happen, and they're like, hey, everybody says God is the one to go to when I want something. And all right, God, like the genie, you know, um, man, God, I need some money. I'm running out of money. It's at the end of the month. I don't know where I'm going to get my toilet paper. You know what it's like running out of toilet paper? Starlight knows what it's like running out of toilet paper. I know what to do if I ran out of toilet paper. It is not a pretty it's not a pretty sight. Of course, you did that too. You go out at like out at public bathrooms and take some of their toilet paper, bring it back home. Yeah, I know. I've been there too. You know, so that's what some people do. They do whatever it takes to survive, to make it through your month or whatever. But that's not how God intended it. God loves you, and He loves helping His children out. And all of you, no matter if you believe in God or not, you're one of God's children. You know, you're one of God's children. And God loves you so much. He does. He wants to help you out. I know some of you are suffering. You're going through relationship problems, health problems, health issues, financial problems, wondering how the heck you're going to make it. Where are you going to get your food? The cupboards are, your food in your cupboards, what food in the cupboards? You know, Nothing in your freezer. I've been there, where there's a little bit of, like in my refrigerator, like not right now, but, in the past, where the only thing I had in my refrigerator was like, imagine eating this all the time, is mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise, like salad dressing. You want some salad dressing to go with what? Where you got to go to the food pantries, and go get and it's great that they have them. It really is. The people need those food pantries. But this is not the way God really intended for the people to live anyway. But this is what they did. They took our power away. They keep it at a low frequency with the news and all that stuff to keep us down, to make us feel like we're not worthy enough. We are worthy enough. You are worthy enough. So, if you got something that you desire, I'm going to let you know. It takes a lot of work. And a lot of times this is what happens with people like the genie and the lantern, is that people go to God and they only see His hands. Like, what do you can give me, God? They don't seek His face. They don't plan on working on themselves. And then they ask God. They might have a moment where they cry, and beg God for something, but nothing happens. God doesn't act like that genie in the bottle in a lantern. You know, and then they get upset with God because they don't get what they want. And this is what happens to a lot of adults, because their parents, they didn't bring them up in a good way, in the right way. Where not a lot, well, maybe a lot. We'll just say half the people in the world, right, is when they bring up their kids. If their kids say, "Mommy, can I have that in the store? I want those cookies," and the mom's like, "Yeah, here you go." And then the next time they go in the store, maybe the other kids are, the kids are like, "Hey, Mommy, can I have that?" And they're like, "Yeah, here you go." So every time they ask for something, they get it. They never get to hear the word no. You know, it is so vitally important to tell your kids no. Maybe you're always telling them yes all the time. You know, Maybe you're like, well, they were good that day. It doesn't matter if they're good or not, if they behaved or not. They need to understand that you got to get them prepared for the future, the real world, because we don't always get what we want as adults, right? So you don't want them always get their way. Yes, honey, whatever you want, because then when they get older, they're going to have a real big, huge problem when they want something, they're on their own. Maybe you're not around to help them out anymore. You know, maybe something happened and you passed away and they're all on their own. And now, they were always so used to a yes all the time that now they have fits when they get a no. And then they could get abusive. They could be self-destructive. They could flip out, because they were so used to getting a yes. I've seen it many times in stores, throughout my life with kids, where the child did freak right out. Maybe the mom ran out of money, and she couldn't get that thing, for the child that the child wanted. So if you're going to have a really relationship with God, like it's a give and take. Like you desire to have stuff, but what are you willing to do for God? Right now, like I've put in the other videos, I'm giving myself 100%. Like I prayed today, universe, sorry about that, is I want you to, use me fully, 100%, guide me, sorry, and, use my legs, take me, like, if you want me to go that way, have me go that way, if you want me to go there, like I want to be used of God. He's blessed me so much, so it is a give and take, and I don't just see him as hands, you know, I want to get to know my God. I want to get the universe. I talk to the universe like I am talking to you. I talk to the universe like he is in my apartment. I talk to the angels like that. I talk to them. I explain to them just like they are a human being in my apartment. I have a conversation. I talk in my car. I talk to them all the time, everywhere. And it's not about Starlight just saying, oh, like, when am I going to get, like I might say that, when is this going to happen, or how can I get this, but what is it, what are you trying to show me, what are you trying to show me? I know I got to work on something. I asked the archangels, like, what is it that I'm supposed to do? I want to be used of God to inspire people, to help them so they can have better lives, so they can be happy, so they can be prosperous, so they can be abundant, so they can, um, you know, have their kids have that, and their grandkids, where we can have peace, where we can get along. I desire all that. I desire peace on earth. I really do. And it's so important that we don't look at God like he's a genie in a lantern, because that's not the God I know. He loves us, and he's the most perfect father out there. There's times he will like teach us lessons, and they are hard to learn. Where he wants us to learn things in life, and it's not always easy, a spiritual journey and stuff like that. So it does take a lot of hard work on me, on you, so you might desire something, but what are you willing to change in your life to get those desires that you want? Are you willing, like, are you out helping people out in the public? Are you helping like, people that are homeless? How about family members that are going through some hardship? Are you helping them? How about an animal that just got hurt? Would you help that animal out? Or, like maybe you're afraid of the animal. Would you call and get some help, for that animal that's suffering? Or would you walk away? There's so many ways that we can help out in the planet, and be that change that we want to see in the world. But it starts with me, and it starts with you. I love you so much, and I know my minutes are going on this thing, but it's so important that you understand that God is not a genie in a lantern. God is so much more. The universe is so much more than, like a little genie that pops out. God loves you so much. He wants you to, like, be that king and be that queen that you really are. And we have a lot of lessons in life to learn. We have been brainwashed, we've been lied to, and the universe wants to reveal that to you. The universe wants to give you the truth in life. And, like, in order to get that truth, you got to work on yourself. The more that you work on yourself, like, like guided meditations. Oh, I heard, yeah, you think that guided meditations is like you ain't got time, like you don't see the sense in guided meditations. I know you say you don't have enough time, you don't even understand why people do it. But you know what? You are missing out. You are missing out. You know, there's things that I know about the chakras. You know, there's things that with your body that you might enjoy certain feelings through your body at times. Sexual feelings, and that has a lot to do with your chakras. When those feelings come, so those chakras, whether you realize it or not, are very important. Whether they're opened or closed or blocked. So when you learn to open up there's some feelings that you could feel through your whole chakra system. If you take time and, dedicate some time, get alone with yourself. I did that today out in the middle of the forest with bears. You know, I seen some bear doo-doo out there. It wasn't horse doo-doo. It wasn't cow doo-doo. It wasn't coyote doo-doo. It wasn't deer doo-doo. It wasn't my doo-doo. It was bear doo-doo. And you're probably wondering what bear boo-boo is. Bear boo-boo. Bear doo-doo. Bear poopy. Starlight said it. I wanted to say the other word, like ship. That rhymes with ship. But, I did. I found some bear doo-doo out there. In the middle of the forest where I was. It was like, and I had food in my backpack. I'm like, so, roar. That's all I could think at that moment. But, I was protected. I was safe. The universe is not going to let anything right now happen to Starlight, absolutely not, so I wasn't afraid because I have a mission here to do. So was I afraid of the bear coming out at me? I didn't see one, I do have a very powerful nose, though. Like, I swear sometimes I'm like an animal. Sometimes I can smell animals out in the woods without seeing them. It might be a place that they hang out, but I definitely seen some bear poopy out there. I was like, interesting. I got a video coming, so you'll see it. It will be part of the video. So, please, understand that God is not that genie in the lantern, and so I really love you, and I don't want to make this video too long. Is really, like I will have other videos, but the universe / God loves you so much. And there's times that you're going through some stuff like relationships. I know a lot of people went through a lot when COVID came out. You might have lost some loved ones. You might have gotten, maybe you broke up with somebody or they broke up with you. And maybe, you lost a job. All of that stuff happened for a reason. And, at the time, when it happened, you might have been scared. You might have been upset. You might have cried like Starlight did. I cried a lot, like in the month of, wait, I got to figure this month out. I'm sorry. February. The month of February, I think I cried the whole month of February, because I had to let go of things that were no longer serving me. And it was all because of COVID, really. But, it took me a couple of years to realize that a job that I had was not really serving Starlight anymore. It wasn't my life mission, like my life purpose. So it was very hard. I had to let go lots of my clients from my old cleaning business that I had. I had to let go of all of that. And I did. I let go of my own business. I built that all on my own. I created it all on my own. I had people that, my brothers said, look at that. Look what you did. Because like I did, I visualized having I created my own, come up with my own business all on my own without having a GED. I never went to high school, but I outsmarted the system with having my own cleaning business, and I was so proud of myself, where I can do that. So, and I lost a lot of people because of COVID. It really was. It was a wake-up call. So COVID wasn't really an all bad thing. It really, to me, was a big wake-up call. It was a good kick in my butt kind of thing. And we need that sometimes. Sometimes we're going in the wrong direction, and then we get all upset. We get confused, wondering, why did that happen? I was so, were you really happy? Was that relationship really the best for you? Was that job? Were you really happy with that job, or did you feel like you needed that job? You know, what about that job? Was it for your best interest? Or you might have felt like you had to do that. You know, but then now you might be thinking, now I can kind of, the pieces are coming together, and now you're realizing why you're not in that relationship, or, a lot of stuff happened. A lot of people in that time, there's people that lost their restaurants. They had a pizza restaurant. There's a place where my dad, like out where my dad lives, I was going to go get a salad, and I went there, and I'm like, huh, they're closed. And that was during COVID time, so a lot of people suffered. But, it's the way the universe does things. God does things. He's not doing it to, I thought, oh, is God punishing me again? Like he's a bad daddy out there just trying to beat me all the time and making me go through pain and, causing me to, like I'm a great person. Why does it stop? But it's not why. I kept on asking why my whole life. Why is this happening? Like why do men treat me like this? Why is this? Why is this? Why is that? I could go on. But you know what? It's not why God is doing what he's doing. It's what is he trying to show you? And I learned that from a very sweetheart out there, Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart. You know, I did. My whole existence is I asked why. Why? Just like a kid. When they start out, when they, get like about 3 or 4 years old, going to school, 5 years old, 6 years, they're always asking why, you know, you got to go to bed. Why? You got to eat this. Why? We got to go somewhere. Why? Why? So, God loves you so much. And a lot of times, like in, this is hard, is sometimes by helping people is not helping people. I have done this many times in my life where I knew people that were going through financial problems every single month. I mean, it wasn't just one month, So for years, we're talking. So every single month, Starlight always came into money. I didn't even expect it back because that's what I was taught. If somebody needed money, just give it to them and don't expect it back. That way, if they ever did give it to you, you'd be shocked. Because if you gave it to them and expected it back and it never came, then you get upset. But, I loved this person, and I knew that they weren't spending their money wisely, and they knew that they could count on me every single month, that I was always going to come through for them every single month. They knew I wasn't going to expect it back, you know. So was I really helping them? Absolutely not. I wasn't helping them at all. I wouldn't go out and buy their cigarettes, but you know what? I knew when I gave them money, I knew that it was going to go on cigarettes or on marijuana. I knew, they didn't have, I knew, when they have a cigarette addiction, and they don't have any more money, you bet your butt they're going to go out and get that pack of cigarettes. I let the money go. I'm like, hey, when I give you something, and like if I gave you a gift, I'm like, here, I'm going to give you a gift. And that's how God is. When God gives you a gift, he's like, here, I have a gift for you. Guess what? It's all up to you what you do with that gift. We all have gifts. We have talents. If you don't use the talents that God gave you, the gifts that he gave you, you might have a voice. You might be an excellent writer. You could actually sing a song to touch people's hearts, to change the way they think and see the world. Or you could be a writer. You might have gone through something. You could be, you could have been somebody that, like, not me. I can do this, like to write a book. I'm not saying I can't do this, but I'm just saying not me. I never went to high school or college, but I could write a book if I really put my heart in. I started writing a book, a while back. Maybe you could write a book to inspire people. These are ways that you can help to be that change that you want to see in the world. Think of positive things that, you might have, you might be able to do something to help little kids out in a great positive way. So God is not an angry God. God loves us all. God gets people curse God out so much because they misunderstand him. They've been told lies about him. People lie about God. There's people that don't like God. I don't even want to use the word that starts with an H, and it's a lot of times because they didn't understand who God is. God is love. He loves you so much. And, he does. Sometimes, as a parent, maybe you're a parent and you've gone through this, is that I had to do this with my kids at times. Um, it's called tough love sometimes. I have a friend that's what he does with me at times. It's tough love. Sometimes I'm like, oh, what is he doing? Why is he doing that? Is there, why? What is he trying to show me? What are you trying to show me? What is it that that I'm doing something that's not right? So what is it I'm doing wrong? What is it that I need to work on? What is it that I need to let go of? Is there something that you need to let go of? Like fear and doubt and worry? Do you trust God? Do you love God? Do you trust him? You say you trust him, but you do? Do you? Do you really trust God like you say you do? This is, I'm guilty at this as much as you, not as much, but I can be guilty at this. That's why today, all day long, I'm like, you know what? All is well. I have it right here. Look at this. I'm not kidding you. Whoops, whoopsie. All is well. I got it all over my whole apartment. That's how I'm reprogramming my brain, my thoughts that are not my own. I got sticky notes. I'm going to make a video soon on all the sticky notes I have in my place. Because I forget. Starlight does not have the greatest memory. But anyway, I do apologize for this so long. But God loves you. So stop asking, why are you doing this, God? Why is this happening? Why does this keep on happening? Sometimes that's another video there. Why does this keep on happening? Why, like, why am I always seem to repeat in the, like, I feel like a guinea pig, you just going around in a circle, like, I've been here before. Believe me, Starlight has been doing, I've done that in the past, definitely. So, I do really love you a whole lot. Like I do. I'm not kidding when I say this. I think of you all the time. I don't even know what you look like. Yeah, I don't even know where you live. I don't even know what your name is, I don't know how old you are. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl. I do know some of my subscribers, but I don't know everybody on my YouTube channel. But if you do watch my YouTube channel, I thank you so much. Starlight is going to grow and her videos will be better. I am learning. I am a work in progress just like you. So thank you for taking the time out, like, to stop by and give me a visit. And please, if you want to see a change in the world, please give my video a thumbs up. That way these videos can be sent out. And also, you could share these videos with a friend, a family member, a stranger, anybody on your, like Facebook. I don't know where else you could share. That's where I share all my stuff, is on Facebook. You could share it with your cat, your dog, a bear. You could also push the notification. Starlight will ring it. And you can leave a message down below this video. Bing, bing, bing. And also, you can follow me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dignant Starlight. I really hope that you get a lot of help. I will be having a lot more videos like this. So, like, I got so many titles, for so many topics now. Like, time is an illusion, you know. So it is something where, you know, like like time is an illusion. So I do love you so much. I really hope you get a lot of help. This is Starlight, love and light. Peace.